everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review episode 3 of Junji Ito Collection, or whatever you want to call it. So, this episode ended really weirdly. I was really disturbed by the ending story. I was like, nope, nightmares are gonna come out of that for sure. But, with the first story, which was, like, love, fortune telling at a crossroads with this Bishounen, or pretty boy, who wasn't really that pretty, I'm like, why do people consider this guy pretty? Because of what I could tell, he had lipstick, red lipstick. He had not a good hairstyle. He looked dead in the face. Like, his eyes, like, he didn't even have pupils or anything. He just had white eyes. And I'm like, why do they call him a Bishounen, if all words? Like, why don't you call him creepy guy at the crossroads? It's like, that's what I'd call him, but no, they choose to say Bishounen. But anyway, so our characters for this story, I don't even remember their names, but basically, there's this one guy, whatever. When he was a kid, he talked to this lady who had this, like, relationship problems, and she had this guy's who's married child, and yada yada, and she's like, oh, you know, will my love be realized and stuff? And he's like, no, you stupid, like, runs off. He was like, you know, like, what, 10? And she killed herself at the crossroads. Now, here's the thing. It's obvious that this Bishounen is separate than this guy, because their voice actors are different, because Bishounen guy is Ayato's voice actor from Diabolical Lovers. I will never forget that voice actor's voice for as long as I live. I was like, the moment he said something, I'm like, it's Ayato. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, okay, so they have different voices, so they can't be the same people. Like, I don't know, I felt like it was leading to they're the same person, he just has this split personality thing going on, but I was wrong. That's not what it led to. And he has this relationship with this girl, and then her friend, and there's all this convoluted stuff, and her friend was an idiot, okay? Like, to get them back together, because they had this, like, time apart, because they're stupid teenagers, but anyway, she goes to get a fortune from the crossroad. I'm like, are you stupid? You're an idiot. And then, you know, he tells her, oh, you know, you should worry about your own love life, and that's where she goes crazy. She's like, she tells her friend, oh, you know, I've loved him all along, and I'm glad y'all are split up now. By the way, they were never officially dating as far as I could tell, so I'm like, why? But, anyway, and she stalks him, basically, and she even loses a lot of her body weight doing so, and finally he tells her off, like, and then he starts, like, going around telling people, like, nice and hopeful fortunes, to counteract the bad ones, because people still kept killing themselves because of that, and I'm just like, this story is weird, like, this is really weird, and the way it ended, I'm just like, okay, cool. He disappeared. They never found him. Good on ya. But, it was interesting for the most part, but it was just like, okay then, y'all are dumb teenagers. Now the other story, with the snails. That was weird. I feel like this can be chopped up too. This series is like, it likes to have its mysteriousness, maybe a little bit of weirdness, and then the final one is gonna be like super weird. You're gonna be like, what the freak? So, with this one, basically this girl has a snail in her mouth, and I'm like, what kind of curse is that or something, because that is like, and the parents had like all these snails, like, you know, in their garden or in the backyard or whatever, and they were trying to get rid of them, they could never get rid of them, and then one just ended up being in her mouth for some reason. Her friend and her mom witnessed it, and they tried to get it out by putting her in a salt bath. That didn't work. She shrunk. Like, her body shrunk, it was just her head, and the slug, now that's a snail, uses her head as a shell, and there you go, and I'm like, okay, that's weird, that's really weird, like, what the heck, man, who cursed her with snail curse, because, like, it coming out of her mouth was disgusting. I was like, oh, I'm done, nightmare fuel. So, that was this episode pretty much. Entertaining overall, gross too. So, what'd you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!